Hello, fellow ambitionists, and welcome to Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, the podcast. I'm your host, and this is where we turn your ambitions into actionable plans through proven strategies, personalized goal roadmaps, and a focus on progress. I'll guide you in breaking down big goals into milestones you can achieve. Each episode delivers practical tools to help you stay on track and make real progress towards your goals. Ready to start accomplishing? Let's dive in. Hello, fellow ambitionists, and welcome to Goal Accomplishment Made Easy. Today, we are talking about the fact that I spent 90 days saying no to anything that did not align with my goals. Okay? I want to talk to you about what happened because as someone who's deeply committed to helping others achieve their goals and refine their focus, I know firsthand how easy it is to get caught in the endless cycle of doing, especially if you're a Black woman. Black excellence is just a thing we must be. So, to truly test the limits of alignment and productivity, I spent 90 days, sis, saying no to anything that didn't directly support my top priorities. Okay, this was not just an experiment. Ooh, child, it was a masterclass in boundaries, focus, and purposeful living. Okay, I had that last one, but that first one, ooh, okay. So, first, why this experiment was necessary. Okay, I have a gift of problem solving, and I found that when you have this gift, you are often called upon to fix issues, right? While I love my skill set and absolutely love what I do, I was tired. So I made an adjustment. I started thinking about how people's ask would impact me first, and then decided whether or not I do it, as opposed to first thinking of like if they're asking something I was capable of, and if so, just automatically blurting out, sure. You know what I mean? So, inspired by this realization, I made a firm commitment that if it didn't align with my most important goals or replenish my own energy, it was a no. Okay? No more helping others at my detriment. Okay? No more setting yourself on fire so that other people can be warm. that. So here is how I structured the challenge, okay? To ensure my success, because you know I am a systems and processes girly, I set clear rules, okay? Did 3 things. I defined clear priorities. I evaluated every commitment, and I communicated boundaries. Okay, so for the clear priorities, I focused on 3 primary goals, which were expanding my professional impact, improving my health, and strengthening my personal relationships. Okay, for how I evaluated every commitment, before agreeing to anything, I asked myself, does this move me closer to my goals? If it didn't, I declined. Okay. Number 2 is that's that one, but we're going to get to how this panned out at the end. Okay. Number 3 was communicating boundaries. Okay. I prepared thoughtful but firm ways to say no without damaging relationships. Okay. Now, my struggles. The struggles of saying no. Okay. The beginning was tough. It turns out I am indeed not an emotional gangster. Because there's a couple things that got me. Okay. Guilt got me. Fear of missing out got me. And automatic habits got me. I don't know about you, But when I was growing up, you're taught that you're supposed to be nice and you're supposed to be polite as a girl and all that, right? But sometimes when you're taught to be nice and polite and to not be rude, you are being taught to do things you don't want to do so that you don't make someone else upset or uncomfortable. So you're being taught that it doesn't matter if you don't want to do it. You need to, because if you don't, you're going to hurt this person's feelings. And we're not talking about, oh, your parents say go clean the kitchen and you get to be like, well, I'm not doing that. I mean, more so, if you don't want to go hug that adult, you shouldn't have to go hug that adult type deal. You know what I'm saying? And so you kind of learn what boundaries you can have when you're growing up and what boundaries you do have, how they affect other people. If you say no to people, stop talking to you, do they get upset with you? Is there backlash where it would be just so much easier to say yes, or whatever the case may be? You don't want to be deemed as a bad person or whatever the case. And it's parallel to people pleasing, but not people pleasing. You know what I'm saying? Like the root causes are different. And the feelings behind it are different, but they're both very parallel. So what got me, like I said, was guilt, fear of missing out, and automatic habits. Okay? Guilt from turning people down because I felt uncomfortable, especially with friends or colleagues, because you just know that people who are not good with boundaries themselves, like if they don't have good boundaries, they may not understand that you're putting up a boundary and may take it a certain way, or they're not appreciating that boundary because it's affecting them. It means like you're not doing what I want you to do. You're not doing what I'm asking you to do, which is affecting me. And so right now I don't like you as much type of situation. And then there are others who either from childhood had great boundaries or later on in life learned great boundaries and are able to accept other people's boundaries. Those people didn't respond negatively, right? And so if you didn't get to do the work when you were a child, you do it when you're an adult. That's, how it goes. So I did feel a bit uncomfortable turning certain people down because you can just already tell based off of like how you talk to people about other things, how they're going to respond. By being told, you're going to have to handle this problem on your own, sis. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not really sorry, but I don't want you to struggle. But I don't have the capacity right now. But I can support you in other ways. It's not this way type of situation. Fear of missing out. I not like worried that skipping certain opportunities might set me back, but I am someone who doesn't want to wonder what if. I don't want to be the person that has regrets in life. I don't want to be the person talking about my glory years and they're behind me, like all the best things that happened in my life are behind me, and I'm just, that one memory I'm holding on to was like 20 years ago type deal. And if I just would have made a different decision, my life would be completely different. And you're just remorseful. I didn't want that. And so I kind of did a blue pill situation of, well, what could this outcome look like? And what could this outcome look like? And for either one that you choose, can you be okay with not experiencing that other outcome? And a good check at the time, yeah, is the answer to that question. I was going to be fine. And the automatic habits, I found myself saying yes out of reflex before catching myself. Okay. I will say that in this post-election era, it's been getting a lot easier to be like, no, thank you. You can do it. You go ahead. I believe in you. So here is how I addressed these struggles, okay? I practice responses like, I'd love to help, but I'm focusing on specific goals right now, because people know that I am very goal oriented. They know that I'm very like deadline driven and success driven, and they know that a good chunk of the time, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it, unless there were like a bunch of like external factors that literally were just stopping me. It's gonna happen. And so you have to respect the game. Like, if you know that I'm the kind of person that, for all intents and purposes, like, get shit done, if I'm telling you, hey, I can't do XYZ right now because I gotta do this and this and this, you know it's legit, because you see me produce. You know what I'm saying? So you can't necessarily, I feel like it helped them not be as mad, because it's just like, well, she on her grind right now and she can't help, so I can't be mad at that type of situation. And then I reframe the discomfort of saying no as an act of self-respect and alignment, versus looking at it like I wasn't a good person for helping someone when I had the ability to help someone. Because innately, it's like, if you can help, help. So yeah, still grappling with that. Not saying, I mean, okay, if you want to say no, you can say no. No, it's a complete sentence. You don't have to have full reasoning or reckoning behind it. No, just the period behind that could be the end of it, right? Vendetta. For me, I was not saying that I wouldn't help someone just because, but I wanted to be able to have the right to say I don't want to, even though I could, and that be okay. That makes sense. Right now, I don't want to, and I know you'll be fine if I don't, so I'm not going to. Versus, if I know it's going to have a significant impact on someone, and they didn't did all they could, and I know that they're really trying, and da 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 da. That's a bit different. There's different factors that you weigh to see whether or not you're going to say yes or no for me. But yeah, no is a complete sentence. So don't feel like you don't have to have reasoning behind it. You don't have to have your justifications or your well, I'll say yes to these things and I'll say no to those things. If it's just not sitting right with you, you ain't gotta do it, and you ain't gotta have a reason for it. You can figure out the reasoning later, but the word no needs to come about your mouth, right? Okay. So here's what changed over 90 days. Okay. I had clarity before, but I feel like I had laser focused clarity after these 90 days, because with fewer distractions, I found myself laser focused on what mattered most. My days no longer felt fragmented by unrelated tasks, because if you know me, you know that I am a systems and processes girly. I am a schedule and routine girly, and you throwing me off with these rando asks when you know that this time block is dedicated for X, Y, and Z. So, second thing was meaningful progress, okay? Meaningful progress in my professional goals, health goals, and relationship goals, okay? Professional goals, I completed a couple of high priority projects ahead of schedule, which, got me recognition, which we love. Who does not want to be recognized for the quality and caliber of work that they've produced for a client? Yes, give me my recognition. Health goals. With no competing distractions, I was able to maintain a consistent fitness routine, and that ended up boosting my energy levels. Now, if you listened to the episode yesterday, I'm still keeping up with the fitness and all that good stuff. But if you listen to my episode 2 days ago, when I was talking about getting up early in the morning, like in that moonlight hour at 5:30, when I went to sleep, the moon was up, And when I woke up, the moon was still there because it's 5:30 in the morning. Child, who about to be work? Who's working out at that time? I'm pretty sure there's some people, but it's not gonna be me unless it's gotta be. Okay, it's not gonna be me unless it's gotta be. But it does boost my energy levels working out in the morning and evening, as opposed to at the end of the day when I just got done with everything and working out at the end of the day only. Okay, and then relationship goals. I used the time that I did end up getting back to deepen connections through meaningful interactions and sharing experiences with the people I wanted to spend them and have them with, right? Because I'm not burnt out no more. And then the last one is I feel like it was kind of empowered decision making. Like each deliberate no, I feel like reinforced my confidence. Not gave me confidence, because I already had that. Reinforced my confidence, right? I feel in control of my time and life in ways I don't want to say I hadn't before, because I feel like I'm a pretty like on top of it kind of person, but it felt more buttoned up. It felt closer to what's ideal for me. So I was glad I was able to like optimize this a bit to make things a bit more how I want them to be. Okay, unexpected benefits. Unexpected benefits. There was 3 categories, right? 1, reduce stress. 2, improved relationships. And 3, rediscovered passions. Okay? For reduce stress, by narrowing my commitments, I eliminated much of the overwhelm I had been carrying. And then once I did that, the universe did its part and removed a significant stressor that was not doing well with boundaries at all. And it worked out for everyone. I started saying no. They started not liking it. The universe did something about it. And now that stressor is gone. And I'm just like, would you look at that? Next, improved relationships. People, well, outside of some, people respected my boundaries and appreciated my honesty about what I could do and couldn't do. For the people who did not respect my boundaries, they have been removed. Either they have removed themselves, another entity has removed them, or I have removed them. And either way, it ended up working out in the way that I needed it to, which is just like kind of crazy how once you set out to do something and you like start putting in the work, it feels like the universe is like conspiring with you to make the thing happen. So that was cute. And then rediscovered passions. When you are freed from unnecessary commitments, you're able to reconnect with some things that you actually want to do. When you start taking out the things in your life that you don't want, you have more room for the things that you do want. And that's been fun. More on that in about 61 days. We'll see. Okay, key takeaways. 1, boundaries are not barriers, okay? They are bridges. Saying no to the wrong things builds the path to the right ones, okay? I'm going to say that again. Boundaries are not barriers. They are bridges. Saying no to the wrong things builds the path to the right ones. That's a whole word. And it's a Sunday. Girl, saying no to the wrong things builds the path to the right things. Y'all wasn't ready for this sermon, were you? Number 2, you can't do everything. Strong Black woman. True success comes from focusing on what truly matters, not by trying to do it all. And that, for me, I feel like I put that as a big takeaway because I feel like I have high capacity and high like know-how, like to be able to get the things done, do the things. And you don't need to be able to, well, one, kudos for you being able to know how to do all the things. But there's only a certain number of those things that you actually need to do in order to get to where you're trying to go. So that's why I said that, like, true success comes from focusing on what truly matters, not by trying to do it all. You have to hone in on the most important things that you need to do and offset or delegate the rest. Okay? Because I know, like, I don't know about you. If you tried this, let me know. But I know your back is hurting. It's got to be. I know you are popping ibuprofen every day because your back is hurting. Why is your back hurting? Because you are carrying all of your responsibilities from being the one who is responsible for the things. Okay? At some point in every woman's life, I feel like she deserves the opportunity to take that weighted book bag off, set it on the ground somewhere, and just get a little chiropractic session so she can readjust her spine, because your back is hurting. You're carrying too much. You don't have to carry it all at one time. You set that backpack down. You open it up. You dig around in there and see what's needed for this part of your journey. And you take that with you. And then you take the backpack off again, because you didn't use that stuff up, right? Because you done made it past that portion of things. And you see, okay, well, what do I need to take with me on this part of the journey? But you don't need it all at one time. Especially now. Girl, bye. Third thing, aligned actions bring fulfillment. Okay, when your time and energy are dedicated to your goals, life, for me, feels richer and more purposeful. Okay, and it's funny because I just said feels richer, not just monetarily, but I was looking at my vision board. This is an episode that was probably like a couple weeks ago now. I was looking at my vision board from 2018, right? And I had a picture on there one of them was of a G-Wagon, right? And another one was of a Tesla. I did that. I got the Tesla. Got that last year. Pat myself on the back. Well, I can't even be proud of that. No, I'm proud because I said I was going to do something and I actually pulled it off. Am I proud of the owner of Tesla right now? That's another episode. But this graphic that I had for my vision board, it said free by 26, meaning retired by 26. And I did that. Now, it did not look the way that I thought it would, because child, at 26, I got laid off. No, I was 25. I got laid off right before my birthday because of COVID. And I got laid off. And that was the last of my 9 to 5 journey. That was the last of my W-2 journey because I became self-employed. So when I said I was going to be free at 26 and be retired from 9 to 5, I did that. But I thought it was going to be something different. Thought it was going to be something different. And then at the bottom of that, it said millionaire by 30. We got about a handful more months to make that happen. And again, this goal has been hit already. And I did not notice because it didn't look the way I thought it would look. Like when I said I was going to be free at 26 and retire from 9 to 5, I did not think that when I was jobless and I was starting my business, that was the journey of me not working for anyone anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought that I was going to start a little side business, right? Build those coins up to where I could replace that job. And then that's how I would retire from a 9 to 5. That's how I thought it was going to happen. But no, I just got laid off and I was like, well, I can't be homeless. And so I started working for myself. Hard, picking up contracting gigs, freelance, and doing all the things until I got to where I am now. So I haven't had to go back to 9 to 5 since, but I didn't think it was going to look that way. Thought it was going to be cuter. And the same thing with the whole millionaire at 30 situation, or by 30 situation, or something like that. It looked different, but I have done it. And I didn't notice that I did it because I had a certain image in my mind on what a millionaire lifestyle looked like, right? But I did it, girl, and I am one, legit. So the reason I say all of that is because when you have a goal, and this all ties in, right? Because you're like, what the hell does this have to do with the fact that you said no for 90 days? Bear with me. I'm going to bring it back, okay? When you make a goal, right, be attached to the outcome, not the how. Because the how could F you up. There are a plethora of ways you can make something happen, right? The outcome is the what. That's what you're hoping will happen. All the different ways you can make it happen is the how, right? So if you want to become a 6-figure earner and you're thinking you're going to do it through affiliate marketing, and you just focus on affiliate marketing, you may be thinking, oh, well, shoot, I can't hit the goal because affiliate marketing isn't working for me. Okay, but your goal isn't to do affiliate marketing. Your goal is to become a 6-figure earner. So if you need to start adding in whatever your other talents are, picking up some freelance work, freaking delivering groceries, whatever, those are different avenues for you to be able to hit the goal, because we care about the outcome. And we're going to enjoy the journey, but we care about the outcome. Don't attach yourself to just one way to make the goal happen. There's a lot of ways you can make it happen. So be open to other ways that might pop up for you to make this goal happen, and other ways the universe might be trying to show you that you could do it this way as well. Because I feel like when you focus on just one avenue, you have your blinders on to anything else that could also potentially help, right? So focus on the fact that the goal is the goal, not the approach. Don't be like, I gotta make my sales from my book. Like, I want to be a 6-figure earner. I need to make the sales from my book. I want to be a 6-figure earner, and I want to make the sales through my business and not my job. Well, if the goal said be a 6-figure earner, and you make 75 at your job, and you make the rest in your business, you're a 6-figure earner. Period. Now, if you said, I want to be a 6-figure earner in my business, that's different. That's different. But you got the first part of it, though, right? Like, you became a 6-figure earner. So that's how later on, when I'm like, at the end of the year, I'm always looking at my goals throughout the year and like seeing like what I did and what I didn't do, and just like crossing off goals that I put like years ago, because I keep track of everything. And I noticed, I was like, oh snap, I did retire at 26, and hey, I am a millionaire at 30. Ciao. So would I recommend this challenge? Without hesitation. If you are feeling overextended or stuck, this exercise can change your life, because saying no is not about being dismissive. It's about being intentional. Okay? So here is how I want you to try it yourself. If you are ready to like reclaim your focus, start small. For 1 week, evaluate every request or task. Okay? Ask yourself, does this serve my biggest goals? If the answer is no, decline politely and see how it feels. Okay? This 90-day experiment like wasn't just about setting boundaries, but more so making sure that I'm the one that's controlling my life. You know what I mean? I need to be the one making the decisions. This is my life. So it reminded me that every decision either moves us closer or further from our goals. And in the end, the power to design our lives lies in the courage to choose. Okay? We get to choose. Every decision is going to either take you closer or further away from the life that you want. And we get to make that choice. Sometimes choices are made for us, but we get to make the next choice. And so, what are you going to do? That's the question. What are you going to do? That is all I have for you today. As always, this is going to be a blog. This is going to be a blog post. I will put the link in the description for you so you can check it out, so you don't have to just go off of what you're hearing. You can also read it as well. The link to our program, Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, will also be in the description, because we are not just a podcast or a blog. We are a whole program that teaches you how to do the things that we talk about in these episodes. You meet with me every 2 weeks, and you tell me what your goal is, and then I in turn create a roadmap for you on how to accomplish that goal, with everything that you need to do to hit that goal, by when, how, all that good stuff. I create the action plan. You meet with me every 2 weeks. We go over what you did do for the week, what you didn't do, what worked, what didn't work, and we'll adjust the strategy for our game plan as needed, okay? Because when I give you this roadmap, it tells you what to do, and it's up to you to go out and do the things. When we meet in 2 weeks, you just tell me what you did do, what you didn't do, what worked, what didn't work, and we'll adjust the strategy as needed. And then we keep doing that until you hit the goal, and then we will do it all over again for your next goal. Okay? You can also find us in the App Store. That is, well, Google Play too. App and Google Play. Yeah. That is all I have for you today. Okay? Boundaries are not barriers. They are bridges. Saying no to the wrong things builds the path to the right things. And the power to design your life lies in the courage to choose. Because every decision either moves us closer to or further from our goals. Can't wait to see what you decide. Thanks for tuning in to Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, the podcast. Stay committed. Keep taking those small daily steps and watch your goals turn to reality. For more resources and personalized support, visit goalaccomplishmentmadeeasy.com, and we'll see you in the next episode.